You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Coming up, a dispute among neighbors ends in gunshots in northern Manatee County. We'll have an update from Palmetto. Some positive news for a change from the California wildfires, but for some it comes too late. And if you plan to shop tonight or tomorrow morning, we have the local mall hours you'll want to know. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Good morning, welcome back. Happy Thanksgiving. Glad you're with us on this special Thursday morning. We've got Chef Judy in the kitchen right now. We'll be talking to her throughout the morning. She's taking your phone calls if you're also in your respective kitchens. But first, let's get to the forecast. John Scalzi is off. Josh Stone here with the Thanksgiving forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Ray. Well, it's a little chilly start to our Thursday, our Thanksgiving day, with a temperature of 59 right now in Sarasota, 58 in Bradenton, at 60 in Venice. But notice we have plenty of stars to look at on this Thursday morning. There's clear skies. Now, we do have some high clouds that will stream over the area today. These are debris clouds from a system that's on the other side of the Gulf of Mexico. But I think all in all, we're calling for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, especially later on this afternoon. We'll have a little more cloud cover. Our radar remains quiet. Here's a little disturbance here to our west, and if any rain falls here in the state of Florida, probably will be to the north. And as far as your forecast, mid to upper 70s today, plenty of sunshine. Back to you.
Talk to you again soon. Checking first alert traffic right now. Some development there on 301 southbound as you cross over State Road 70. Otherwise, all clear in Manatee County. Checking farther south, we'll check no problems so far, but do be aware that the Ringling Causeway will be reduced down to one lane in each direction between 6:30 and 10:30 due to the turkey trot we'll talk about in a few minutes. As South County map all clear as of 6:01 this morning. Right now, progress is being made in California as the fire in Southern California is now contained. And more good news, officials have found hundreds of those missing from the other fire in Northern California. But despite this good news, reporter John Lawrence tells us why this will still be a tough Thanksgiving for many across the Golden State.
Crews in California are spending this holiday weekend fighting fires.
I can only imagine how tired they are and what they've been going through and where in the country they've come from to work on our fire. We're just very happy they're here.
The Camp Fire in Northern California has already claimed at least 83 lives. More than 500 people are still unaccounted for.
For about 5 hours, I didn't know if my children were safe. It was the scariest time of my life.
And now heavy rains are forecast over the next few days. Nearly 1 million residents are under a flash flood watch.
Mother Nature will do what she wants. We're hoping that it's not significant. We're hoping that she kind of just washes everything down and makes everything look clean, but we'll be prepared if she doesn't.
Volunteers and officials are trying to bring a slight sense of normalcy to evacuees. A series of community meals are planned throughout the week for those displaced by the fire.
We need 9, a table for 9.
And this trying time is bringing out the best in many people.
Just want to thank everyone, not just the firefighters, but all the civilians who helped out throughout the entire process. Saw amazing things from people helping out.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Developing overnight, one person shot, another injured after a dispute among neighbors in Palmetto. It happened on Lakeside Boulevard in the Country Lakes Village development in northern Manatee County. 77-year-old Michael Andrus is accused of firing several shots, one of which struck his neighbor, 67-year-old Joe Prisco. Prisco's wife also suffered a head injury during the altercation.
I heard that the two neighbors were feuding about an air conditioner or something, and it got to the point where one of them went out of control and shot the other one.
Prisco's condition remains unknown, while police say his wife suffered minor injuries. Charges are pending against Andrus. Even though it's Thanksgiving Day, 25 million passengers will still fly today. If you're flying, here are some tips for you. If you plan to fly with food, anything creamy like gravy or mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, they must follow the 311 liquids rule. That means, like your shampoos and conditioners, they must also fit in travel-size containers that are 3.4 ounces and then put in a clear Ziploc bag. Solid foods like dry stuffing, fresh cranberries, and turkey can go in your carry-on bag, or you can check them. TSA also reminds travelers to have a valid ID. If you lost yours, you do have the option to complete an identification verification process through TSA, so do get to the airport early. As far as bringing medicine, over-the-counter prescription medications are allowed through checkpoints, and liquid medications are exempt from the typical liquid rule in carry-on bags. More importantly, get to the airport in time, plan for delays at the parking lot, check-in, and security checkpoints as well. If you're hoping for big sales later on today and Black Friday, plan ahead. Here are the store hours on your screen right now for local malls on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Westfield, Siesta Key, Sarasota Square, and DeSoto Square will be closed on Thanksgiving. The mall at UTC and Ellenton will be open from 6 until midnight. Now here it is on Black Friday. All of the Westfield stores will open at 8 in the morning and close at 9 p.m. The mall at UTC will be open from 10 until 10 p.m. Ellenton outlets will be opening at midnight, close for 2 hours, then reopen at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, to avoid getting scammed on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, here are some tips to keep in mind. Some retailers will inflate prices ahead of Black Friday to create the illusion of a drastic price cut. Research the regular retail price of items to check how much they'll actually be. Be wary of unexpected emails that claim to contain coupons with big discounts and ask for personal information. Don't click on any suspicious links. Beware of bogus websites promising unbelievable deals. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Also, use a credit card for online orders. It is easier to dispute and mediate fraudulent charges with a credit card rather than a debit card. Looking ahead, this Saturday is the annual holiday parade in Venice. Thousands will flock to the parade route to watch the 43rd annual Venice Holiday Parade. Those in the parade are polishing up their entries, and spectators are marking their spots already to get the best location along the parade route. This year there is one big change. It's the route itself. You might want to avoid driving anywhere between Venice and Tampa Avenues.
Everything's going to be shut down during the parade, and some people who decide that they might want to leave during, they are going to be, for all intents and purposes, kind of stuck there.
The event begins at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday with live entertainment, and the parade starts at 7 o'clock and should last for about 2 hours. Always a good time there. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the phone lines are open, and we'll have Chef Judy in the kitchen answering your last-minute Turkey Day questions. And next half hour, 2,000 runners are getting ready for today's 9th annual Turkey Trot this morning. We'll have a live preview of the race from Sarasota's Bayfront. But first, here's a shot outside our studios. Love that beautiful vision of downtown Sarasota. Nice skyline there, pretty lights. Let's get today's all-important Thanksgiving forecast now from Josh Stone.
Ray, yeah, beautiful conditions today. Plenty of sunshine in our forecast. We have a few clouds that will stream on by, mid to upper level clouds. And we'll have a little more cloud cover later on tonight, but temperature is lovely, mid to upper 70s this afternoon. It's going to be a great forecast, but changes come over the weekend, and we'll talk about it when we return. Stay with us.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Get more for your money during the Subaru Share the Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $275 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information, and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley, and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Good morning and happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. It is going to be an absolute beautiful day for us on Thanksgiving. We have nothing to show you on the radar. We'll move on as far as our current temperatures right now. It's a little chilly, a little nippy out there with a northeasterly wind bringing down some cooler air. Right now it's 60 in Sarasota, 61 in Northport, 61 in Punta Gorda, 60 in Arcadia. Upper 50s, lower 60s across the board along the Suncoast. We have a little disturbance here in the northwestern portions of the Gulf of Mexico that's going to be swinging generally in our direction, but it's going to lose its energy. So by the time it gets to us, just a few debris clouds will be streaming across the area. Not much to show you there other than just a few clouds maybe streaming on by. All in all, we'll have mostly sunny skies in our forecast for today. High pressure will be in control, and that means that plenty of sunshine for us today and also for tomorrow. Notice, though, to the northwest here, we have a trough that's here in the Pacific Ocean. That's going to roll in here and potentially produce some very heavy rain in Northern California, which is not good news with all those fires. We have charred ground that could potentially cause some mudslides there. But as that system picks up speed and moves eastward, it could also produce some heavy snowfall. No snowfall in our forecast, plenty of sunshine thanks to high pressure and control. Again, that northeasterly wind is what's kind of keeping us a little bit cool for the morning hours of this morning and also for tomorrow as well. As far as traveling goes, flying out or into SRQ, going to Atlanta, LaGuardia, O'Hare, or Charlotte, are coming in from those airports. No issues with delays this morning. So again, our futurecast remains very quiet other than a few mid to upper level clouds that could stream on by. So looking at the next several days, high pressure and control for us tomorrow. There is a system coming our direction over the weekend, but the latest models kind of have the system falling apart by the time it reaches us. It's possible we could still see a few showers on Saturday, but it looks like the models have kind of backed off on that. Now let's turn our attention to that other system I was telling you about out in the Pacific Northwest. This thing could ramp up by Sunday afternoon as it plows into the northern plains and produce some possible accumulating snowfall around maybe Chicago, areas of Wisconsin, and also into Michigan. If we're heading in that direction on Sunday, potentially could be delays, and that will track towards the northeast as well, so we'll have to monitor that. Just keep that in mind for your travel plans if you're leaving Sunday or Monday of early next week. Well, we're still in hurricane season. It officially wraps up November 30th, but nothing to show you here. The tropics are all quiet. For the boaters today, expect a northeasterly wind at 15 knots to begin with this morning, and then the winds will calm down in the afternoon. Seas 2 feet with a moderate chop in the bay. High today tops out at a beautiful 77 degrees. Expect mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies today. And as far as your forecast goes, breezy conditions on Saturday. The wind's kicking up. A potential chance for shower activity. May have to tweak that, though. And then for the rest of the forecast, plenty of sunshine in it. But next Thursday, another system comes in here to drop our temperatures. We may not get out of the 60s for highs. Back to you, Ray.
Josh. Checking first alert traffic now. Here's the scene in Manatee County. No issues to report. Little blip there if you've got to find one on 75 southbound as you cross over State Road 70. Farther south, here's the scene now in northern Sarasota County. You'll see a little problem there on 41 northbound as you go from Proctor up toward Bee Ridge, but no issues yet around the Ringling Causeway where the turkey trot will begin in about an hour and a half. And farther south, one little tiny issue there on the 681 connector as you get off 75 and head toward 41. And also now we've got news of an issue, a southbound 75 vehicle fire before exit 170. That's County Highway 769, Kings Highway. That is in Charlotte County. No residual delays yet on that one. Well, many of you might be watching us right now in your kitchen as you prepare for your own Thanksgiving dinner. Here's your chance now for some last-minute free tips. Chef Judy has set her alarm. She is here in our kitchen with today's annual event. Good morning, Judy.
Ray, happy Thanksgiving. It's kind of our gathering that you and I have together.
Yes.
So I want to remind people of our number, 941-552-0777. That's 941-552-0777 if you have any questions. Our first one came from Molly. She wants to know, does the stuffing have to be a certain temperature even if you're not stuffing the bird and cooking it separately? It does. 165 is that magic number. Now, a lot of people don't put meat in their stuffing, so you have a little give and take, but if you have raw eggs or cream or things like that, and the tradition is 165 on the stuffing. If you're stuffing your bird, which you should probably know, we do not recommend anymore that you stuff the bird. Make sure you lift enough room for it to all breathe. And so you don't have raw components of turkey dripping into the stuffing. I always start my turkey for the first half an hour upside down. That means all the juices are gonna run to the breast. So then I have to turn it right side up. Brown paper bag does not work that way. As far as lifting the turkey and being able to, so you'll just have to go straight up. You'll get the golden color on doing it in the bag, but you won't get the crispness. To really crisp, you want to use something like goose liver, chicken liver, rendered. Now the Amish turkeys that I got over at Geyer's came inside, besides make sure you take out that neck and all the giblets, it also came with some great instructions and gave me some ideas that we can do that we can work with the turkey. So, okay, somebody just called in and wants to know, what about taking the turkey to a potluck? What you need to know is when the host or hostess is serving the entree, not the appetizer. Like I'll be going over my nieces today, appetizers at 1, entree at 2. So you don't want it sitting out too long, so you're gonna take it out of the oven and let it rest. Within the half an hour, get it over to your friend's house. Check if you've been asked to bring the turkey, do they prefer it already cut in a platter, or do they want you to bring the whole bird? So that kind of balance will really help you with that. I think that will be really good. We have another question. What size bird should I buy? Okay, if you haven't gone to the store, first call ahead. Usually Winn-Dixie or someplace like that is open on Thanksgiving, at least for a few hours. It depends. The turkey size always depends on the amount of company that you're having. So I usually go with an 18-pounder. What I have learned over the years, my mother used to do like a 22, 24-pounder. That's where the real nightmare comes in, and she made a great turkey. It was always moist. but it's better to do 2 smaller turkeys than 1 big one. But your oven you have to recalibrate because it's going to take up some more space in time in your oven. Now I'm going to take 1/3 of the pan drippings that I had left from the turkey, just 1/3. I threw out a lot because it was so juicy from cooking it in the bag. And I'm going to deglaze the pan with almost a full carton of turkey stock. When we come back, I'm going to thicken it up with a roux, and we'll get that gravy going really well. And of course, you can use gluten-free flour if you're making a gluten-free gravy. So with that note, sir, I hand it over to you.
You got my attention there. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you how a fast-moving apartment fire in Dallas forced a mother to take drastic measures to save her baby. And next half hour, we'll have a preview of this year's Black Friday. Where are the deals this year? We'll have some tips for you, but first, here's a live shot in Manhattan. Preparations for the Macy's parade. It is 22 degrees there right now, and their high today isn't expected to get out of the 20s. We'll see a high here of 77. You're in the right place, on the right channel. Good Morning Suncoast.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Looking for an amazing deal this holiday? Then don't miss the Xfinity Black Friday sale. With the ultimate in-home Wi-Fi experience from America's best internet provider and Xfinity X1, which lets you find Netflix and coming soon, Amazon Prime Video with just your voice. Sign up through November 27th and get a $100 prepaid card. It's simple, easy, awesome.
Get Xfinity TV and internet with up to 150 megabits per second download speed and HBO included for a year. Plus, get $100 back. Hurry, click, call, or visit us today.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves him green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
An apartment fire in Dallas forced a mother to take drastic measures to save her baby. As ABC's Lindsay Davis tells us, she dropped her baby 3 stories to rescuers on the street.
In this morning's GMA First Look,
we got a lot of fire on the 3rd floor.
The breathtaking moment, a complete stranger helped save a little girl from a burning building. Watch again. That's 1-year-old Kirsten Thomas. Her mother, Shantara, putting her faith in Byron Campbell, a complete stranger, to catch her baby girl from a terrifying 3-story drop.
It was just terrifying. Caught the baby with a curl on, just like if you caught a football.
A total of 6, including Kirsten's mom, had to jump out of the window to escape.
I have my child because of him. She gets to live another day because of him.
And we'll have more on this Thanksgiving miracle coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
Burlington was created just for our huge family. They have gifts for everyone. Merry Christmas, Mom! Gift baskets.
I'm pampering my wife.
For the baby. Toys!
All the great brands at a fraction of the cost.
Christmas shopping at Burlington.
I think we're all done.
In America, the zip code you're born in can determine your future. But no matter what neighborhood you grow up in, the Y creates opportunities for all. For a better us, support your local Y today.
Joining meeting.
Fight your cough and break up mucus with new Alka-Seltzer Plus Cough and Mucus. Just one pill works 12 hours, all day or all night. Max your cold relief with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Even in the dead of winter, the hunt continues. Wolves have an innate desire for meat, just like your dog. Meat-rich Blue Wilderness satisfies that desire because wolves and dogs live for the hunt.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather, we're here for you. The ABC7 First Alert Weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert Weather app today.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up, a preview of this morning's turkey trot over the Ringling Causeway. 2,000 runners are getting ready for today's 5K race. Plus, we'll take your last-minute food preparation calls. We got a shot of Chef Judy live in the kitchen right now. And where to get the best deals for Black Friday? We'll have some ideas for you. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up in this half hour of Good Morning Suncoast. Good morning, folks. It is 6:30. I'm Ray Collins. Happy Thanksgiving. Be happy you're here on the Suncoast right now. Mild day on tap here. Frigid up north. I think it's 11 degrees in my hometown of Buffalo, Josh.
No doubt about that. Yeah, there you go. Wind chill 11 degrees here, and it feels like 9 in New York City. Of course, the parade will be this morning, and with the winds making things very uncomfortable for our friends up in the Northeast. For us, though, I think we can tolerate a temperature of 59 degrees. It's all relative, right? Mostly clear conditions right now. Wind out of the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour, so not much of a wind chill for us. We'll have a few streaming clouds today, but all in all, we'll have mostly sunny skies. The radar will remain very quiet, and highs topping out in the mid to upper 70s for this afternoon. Ray?
All right, thank you, Josh. Let's see if there's any traffic out there right now. First off, in Manatee County, not much to speak of so far. A little built up there on 301 as you head southbound over State Road 70. Farther south, though, a little different situation. You don't see any red right now on the map, but if you're coming south on 41 between 6:30 and 10:30, you'll want to be aware of the turkey trot going on. It'll be starting around the Hyatt Regency and then go over the Ringling Causeway. More on that in just a second for you. And then farther south, we'll find out in the final map, a little blip there on 681 as you come off of 75 and head toward 41. And also a vehicle fire in Charlotte County just before exit 170 in the southbound lane. No residual backup due to that as of this point. Happening today, in fact, this morning, 2,000 runners will take part in the 9th annual Turkey Trot on Sarasota's Bayfront. Marla Spence is live with a preview, and Marla says she might even run in this year's race. No, not really. Marla?
Well, Ray, I'm not too sure about that. Maybe next year. I don't think the baby bump and I can get up on that Ringling Causeway and run a few miles this morning. But, you know, next year for the 10th annual, I believe I'll be running in the Turkey Trot. But this year's the 9th annual Turkey Trot, and already so many people are coming in to register for this year's race. Like I said, it's the 9th annual, and all the proceeds and the money is supporting also youth. We have Nathan Brummer here with us from that organization. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So people already rolling in. I see they're registering. I see the DJ booth already set up.
Yes.
Some treats already on some tables for people to get all fueled up, getting ready for this race.
Yes.
What time will this race be starting this morning?
So we're starting 7:30 sharp. Runners will be lining up at 7, right where we're standing. The registration booth is down that way. The Hyatt Regency, one of our longest running partners for all 9 races, has got some coffee and fruit set up for us. And yeah, things are about to get interesting.
Awesome. So I know some folks this morning, I know it's Thanksgiving morning, but some folks still have to go to work today. And I know this race is going over the Ringling Causeway. Will you guys be closing any lanes at all for those runners this morning?
Sure. Yep, we're closing half the bridge, but there'll be a 1 lane going both ways. That'll just shut down from 6:30 to 10:30. Our local law enforcement and us have partnered for 9 years. It's a science, so there'll be no delays at all, and we'll have a great Thanksgiving morning.
And then I know so many people are already showing up so far. How many runners do you expect this year?
Yep, so we're expecting maybe around 1,700 runners plus a few hundred spectators. Not everybody, family members like yourself will just be there rooting them on. But yeah, we'll have about 2,000 or so folks down here. And then afterwards, there's a post-race party with some snacks and beverages and little music, and that'll be the day.
And then, too, we were talking earlier, and you said people from far and wide, they come right here to the Suncoast to visit family and friends for Thanksgiving. But not only that, they come out here for the Turkey Trot each year.
They do. I mean, we're in iconic Sarasota. The Ringling Bridge, our backdrop, is also iconically Sarasota. And there are a lot of folks that have roots from countries far and wide. I mean, we see folks from Europe, from Germany, from Finland, and from all 50 states some years come in. And this is what they do every morning. And I've started to see some fun socks and some little turkey, head outfits and things. So, yeah, everybody sort of does their own version, and they're putting the starting line together. But for sure, it's a family event, and A lot of baby strollers too will be running. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nathan. And for you all who are still wanting to join in for this fun on Thanksgiving, you still have a chance to do so. They will be registering runners this morning. It's not closed yet, so you still have some time to make it down here to participate at 7:30, and that's when that race will be underway right on the Ringling Causeway starting this Thanksgiving morning. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Marla Spence for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. There's also an inaugural turkey trot this morning, a 5K at Nathan Benderson Park. That race starts at 8 a.m. On-site registration starts right now, so there is still time to sign up for that second turkey trot this morning at I-75 near Cattleman. For the latest on how you can celebrate Thanksgiving on the Suncoast and breaking news and your first alert forecast, download our app. It's under WWSB or under My Suncoast. All right, now it is time to talk turkey. I mean, seriously, this time talking about turkey. Chef Judy is in the kitchen. She's got details of your preparations out there in your respective kitchens, Judy.
I'll tell you, I've got a lot of juggling going on at home. I've got 2 ovens that are preheating. I've got everything ready to go for the first 2 turkeys to go in the oven, then the pork roast. So I want to say a big shout out to Addie Freeman. Thank you for getting up so early this morning. And great questions. Yes, definitely use fresh herbs when you can, even in your stuffing. I like to use fresh thyme and fresh oregano, but if all you have is dried at home at this point, go for it. I have some more questions coming in, so I'm just going to thank God for these directors and producers, right? Okay. What if I forgot to unthaw my turkey? It's probably the #1 question that people are going to ask me. I have to be honest with you folks. This is important that you take this very seriously. If your turkey is completely frozen, you need to go to a store that's open to get a turkey. There will be last minute, make a phone call. There will be last minute places that will have some pre-cooked turkeys for you, and then you can enjoy your turkey on Sunday and Monday. It's going to take a minimum, depending on how big your turkey is, a minimum of 2 days in the refrigerator to unthaw. The real big ones sometimes take 3 or 4 days. What's a last minute pie I can make? This one's really easy because I have Pillsbury pie crust at home, and I'll use that as a cheat. If you're going to make your own pie crust, just peel your apples. Granny Smith's, Honeycrisp, and Cortland's are really going to be good apples. You can mix those even with cinnamon sugar. Peel them, slice them, toss them, little dots of butter. Take the pie crust on a cookie sheet and lay some parchment paper down, spray that with some food spray, and then you'll be able to just bring the sides up and almost make it like a galette. Brush the sides with some melted butter, and it will go in the oven just until it starts to bubble and steam. I even throw in some cranberries. So that's a great last minute pie if you have to do it. There are a few grocery stores that are open, and there are a few restaurants that are open. As far as extra pies, I'm not sure. I think they are all pre-ordered, but Brick Smoked Meats is open until about 10 o'clock this morning for pickups, and you can call there just to see. And like I said, there are some grocery stores that are still available. What are some quick and easy sides? Well, I have to tell you, some quick and easy sides are making a delicious fresh salad. I always say you need some crunch back with it. So make a wonderful salad with some candied nuts in it perhaps, or sliced apple to get that added crunch, zest of orange today. Do not use romaine. We are really pushing for everybody to understand the severity of this. When they recall a product throughout the country, they really mean that. So I'm telling everybody, it will be months. Don't eat romaine. Swap that out. But other easy sides, green beans almondine. We always think about maybe doing the green bean casserole or switching and making it a homemade style and this whole cream of mushroom sauce. Just partially steam your green beans for 1 minute, then put them in an ice bath. That's it. Toss some butter in a pan, some toasted slivered almonds, and you have green beans almondine, and you'll be happy, and so will Ray. Ray, I almost called you Chef Ray. Is that for a token honorarium for today?
You know what my duties were each year for Thanksgiving?
Eating.
I had to fill the water glasses.
And I bet you did a really good job at it. Each one I bet you measured was just so.
There were no complaints, and I had to clear the dishes. I was the youngest of 6 kids, so I was the one that had to clear the dishes.
Sorry, buddy. I much prefer cooking than the dishes.
I never
you got the short stack.
I never learned to cook. Luckily my better half, Aaron Kencook.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judy. Talk to you again soon.
Okay.
On to your consumer news now. Black Friday is tomorrow. The big question is where to get the best sales and discounts later tonight and tomorrow morning. ABC's Janae Norman has some tips on what to buy and what not to buy this year.
This morning, the final countdown to those doorbuster deals. Shoppers are already lining up, but you may not have to. Our Rebecca Jarvis spoke with Mark Elwood, author of Bargain Fever.
In 2018, it's all about the online doorbuster. You don't have to get up and get out of the house really early. You just have to get up, stay in your PJs, and shop before dawn breaks.
If a TV is on your wish list, Thanksgiving and Black Friday are your best bets for budget TVs. But if you're looking for a mid-range or high-end variety, experts say it might be better to hold out until Cyber Monday next week. Meanwhile, with Toys R Us now shuttered, Target, Walmart, and Amazon are trying to fill the void.
The weekend before Christmas, the toys will be slashed in prices.
And if clothes are on your list this year, consider holding off as well. Analysts say apparel sales will pick up right before Christmas as retailers rush to make way for new stock in the new year. But if you insist on braving the crowds tomorrow, consider putting on a smile and negotiating. Many retailers offer hidden deals and promotions, but you have to ask. Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
And we have the mall hours on our website at mysuncoast.com, of course. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. What's for dessert? Well, for many of you, it's pie right here on the Suncoast. Lots of folks lined up yesterday for pie. It's a great story on the way. And the phone lines are still open. We'll check in with Chef Judy one more time, answering your last-minute Turkey Day questions. But first, here's a live shot outside our studio at the Ringling Causeway. An hour from now, there's going to be about 2,000 runners going back and forth the 5K race. The bridge will still be open in both directions, but just in one lane. Shouldn't be a big issue. Not much of a morning commute right now. Let's check today's forecast, though, from meteorologist Josh Stone.
All right, Ray, it's going to be very pleasant. We have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies in our forecast, with highs topping out in the mid to upper 70s. What does the weekend hold for us? We'll let you know when we return in a few minutes from now. Stay with us.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter mile north of University Parkway.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Looking for an amazing deal this holiday? Then don't miss the Xfinity Black Friday sale. With the ultimate in-home Wi-Fi experience from America's best internet provider and Xfinity X1, which lets you find Netflix and coming soon, Amazon Prime Video with just your voice. Sign up through November 27th and get a $100 prepaid card. It's simple, easy, awesome.
Get Xfinity TV and internet with up to 150 megabits per second download speed and HBO included for a year. Plus, get $100 back. Hurry, click, call, or visit us today.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi this morning. Well, our radar looks very quiet. Nothing to show you here. It will remain quiet for most of the day today. I think maybe there is a small chance for light showers to develop late tonight, but better chance for shower activity actually on Saturday. As far as our temperatures go around the Suncoast at this hour, upper 50s, lower 60s, but we are going to have a very pleasant day in our forecast today with highs topping out in the mid to upper 70s. There's a chance for rain, a better chance for rain on Saturday, though some of the models have backed off on that. May have to tweak the forecast a little bit over the next few hours, but just keep that in mind. Could be a chance of rain on Saturday, scattered showers, and then cooler temperatures come our way late next week with highs may not getting out of the 60s. So that could happen the latter part of next work week. As far as our radar goes, well, quiet. We have a few clouds that could stream on by today, but all in all, I think we're calling for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies later on this afternoon. A little disturbance here in the northern, northwestern portion of the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of decaying, so we'll get some debris clouds from that today. But boy, is it chilly up to the north. Currently around New York City, it's in the low 20s for temperatures. How about the wind chill? When you factor the wind, it feels like 9 degrees for them. Of course, the parade's happening this morning. It's going to be kind of blustery and just uncomfortable for a lot of people. But for us, well, we're under the influence of high pressure that's come in here. And much of the country is actually. So clear skies, good traveling day. But out to the west, there is a trough coming in off the Pacific Ocean that could cause some issues here, especially in California. We have a flash flood watch out, and this could affect a lot of people. Of course, there's charred ground with all those fires that have taken place, and they could experience unfortunate mudslides there with heavy rain coming down, and of course, snow accumulating in the mountains there. For the boaters, they expect a northeasterly wind becoming 15 knots this morning, then dying down to about 5 to 10 knots this afternoon. 2 feet for the seas and moderate chop in the bays. Your high today would top out at a beautiful 77 degrees. The average for high is 78. So this is basically right where we should be at this time of the year. And then we're going to have plenty of sunshine for our forecast tomorrow. A little more rain activity on Saturday. We'll have to tweak the forecast, about 20 to 30% chance there. Windy conditions, though, could take place. And then you can see for the next several days as we edge into next week, plenty of sunshine. But here we go. Another system is going to come in here Wednesday night into Thursday and drop our temperatures, only seeing highs in the 60s as we get to next week. And Ray, I tell you my turkey jokes today, but you probably would gobble them all up.
If they're good, I'll reuse them, I promise. Checking first alert traffic right now. A little buildup on 301 southbound as you head towards 70. Farther south, here is the scene in northern Sarasota County. Now, do be aware of the situation developing. The turkey trot starts at 7:30 a.m. It goes over from the Hyatt Regency down 41 over the Ringling Causeway and back. The bridge will be open but reduced to 1 lane in each direction, so be aware of that starting at 7:30 a.m. South County, still an ongoing issue there. 75 southbound, a vehicle fire around exit 170. That's in Charlotte County. It doesn't show any other delays right now, but do be aware if you are heading south this morning toward Fort Myers or perhaps Miami. Thanksgiving morning, and I bet many of you are right now have the TV up loud in the kitchen and you're preparing your own feast. If you have any last minute questions, you've got some good luck now. We're shuttling our questions over to Chef Judy, who's now in the kitchen. Judy, good morning.
Good morning. And Marie just asked, am I making the gravy recipe that I promised my parents I would learn in culinary school that's in my cookbook? Yes, I am. Of course I am. Lump-free gravy. We'll talk about that later. Several questions. We have Joni asked, she's cooking a 7-pound turkey breast, obviously no legs. Instructions are 325. It never seems hot enough and it takes too long. Hints on the process. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Slather that turkey breast. Get the butter under the skin, or even better if you have some form of lard or schmaltz. Season it all up, the cavity, everything. Get it in your roasting pan with your rack. Breast side down, 15 minutes at 400. flip it over, drop the temperature to 350. 325 is so it will keep it generally moister, but by doing that with the breast, that really helps. And you can roast it at 350 instead of 325. Use your thermometer though, and don't do convection roast. That's where your timing, it's going to cook it a little quicker, but if you're doing the 400 degrees, it's going to make it too hot. Zach wants to know, I never cook, but how can I help with Thanksgiving dinner? I am going to tell you from a person that has cooked Thanksgiving dinner for well over 30 years. Do the dishes. That is the most honorable, caring thing you can do, is say, I am doing all the pots and pans. Delegate that out. You don't have to be a cook. And to our friend, Ashton says, my mother-in-law is coming to our house and I'm cooking the whole meal. What's something I can do to impress her? Number one, impress yourself. Cook and enjoy things for you. If she doesn't like it, well, you know what? She can go elsewhere next year. A nice, simple treat to do is to put out beautiful fresh cranberries, stuff the inside of that turkey with little mandarin oranges perhaps, or sickle apples, and garnish the platter beautifully. That's the best thing you can do, and just be yourself. Because listen, I've had an ex-mother-in-law, and I overcooked the turkey one year, and she made sure that she told me that I did. So that's not what we're all together. We're all together whether the turkey's dry or not. You don't have to impress anybody, just yourself, and make it a great day. That's what's important, right, Ray?
Oh, absolutely, every year. Do the dishes. That's the mantra for me this year. Yeah, good advice. 6:50 right now. The day's top 7 news headlines are next. But first, here's a live shot from Manhattan, where dawn has broken there, of course, and preparations are underway for today's Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. It is 22 degrees there right now, and wind is a factor. Look at those guys in the red outfits walking by from right to left. If the wind is too high, the balloons, got a turkey dress there, turkey going by. If the balloons are, if the wind is too high, I'm trying to say, the balloons and floats won't be used for the first time in decades, so watch for that. More news after this. Stay with us.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years running. Right now, get the all-new 2019 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $26,999, or save big and get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Thank you.
What are you doing? You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit helpsavethenextgirl.com and get involved.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
All right, time for our top 7. First off, the first alert forecast from meteorologist Josh Stone. Josh.
Yeah, Ray, high pressure's in control for us, but one thing we haven't talked about all morning is the football forecast. Of course, there's 3 games being played today. Here, 1 in Detroit, 1 in Dallas, 1 in New Orleans, and I can guarantee that the football forecast will be absolutely fine inside those domes. Back to you.
Yeah, all 3 are inside, aren't they? That's right. On to traffic now. We do have one issue to talk to you about. If you're going southbound on 75 this morning, be aware of the vehicle fire that still is being listed there southbound in Charlotte County around exit 170. Doesn't look like there's any delays due to it, but just be aware in case you're heading south. Down to number 3 now. One man was shot, another person injured after a dispute between next-door neighbors in Palmetto. 77-year-old William Andrus is accused of firing several shots, one of which struck his neighbor, 67-year-old Joe Prisco. And Prisco's wife also got involved. She suffered a head injury during the altercation. Number 4, 2,000 runners will cross the Ringling Causeway and be taking part of the 9th annual Turkey Trot. This is video from last year's race. It begins at 7:30 a.m. at the Hyatt Regency on Sarasota's Bayfront. Number 5, the Salvation Army is prepared to give 1,000 meals away to those in need today. 500 more in Bradenton. Thanksgiving begins at noon at the respective branches in Sarasota and in Bradenton. Number 6, concern over high wind in Manhattan could ground dozens of balloons at today's parade in New York City. Frigid temperatures in the 20s are also predicted, 22 there right now. Number 7, look at this. Thousands of people came by for pies in Sarasota yesterday at Yoder's. The line lasted most of the day. 5,000 pies there. Same scene at Der Dutchman just down the road. Pies were packed and stacked as bakers there sold between 8,000 and 10,000 pies. The favorite pie, pumpkin pie and sweet potato. What's your favorite pie for you?
Oh, homemade apple, and I'm going specifically right now to pick up the 2 that I ordered.
With ice cream, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pecan?
Ooh, got a pecan over there.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you at 7:25.
Happy Thanksgiving.